Do you always have to be available? Are you going to condition yourself to always devote yourself to the needs of others and fulfill their wishes? I am here with you today to tell you this. But if I weren't here today and hadn't come to you, you might have unknowingly lost yourself in this cycle. You know, for a long time, I felt like I always had to be ready to help someone close to me when they needed it. When my phone screen lit up, or when I was lying in front of the TV and my phone vibrated on the table, my heart would suddenly race. Or when I came home from work, ignoring my emails felt like a crime. Yes, I'm not the only one who has experienced this, am I? You're doing this to yourself too. Stop right now and ask yourself, when will my needs take priority? Today, at the PsychoGrowth Workshop, you'll learn why you need to stop being available to others. You'll thank me later for the awareness you'll gain, but that's not important, because the person speaking to you right now is someone who made the same mistake. That's why I'm inviting you on a very personal journey today, to stop being constantly available and to prioritize yourself. If I can help you achieve this awareness by the end of the video, please don't forget to say, "Priority is mine." Or you can say it at any point in the video. It doesn't matter, because my goal is to touch other people's lives as well as my own. I've created a workshop here, and I want to help people discover their own potential. I'll give you real-life examples and explain the impact of managing psychology on personal development. For years, I tried to keep up with other people's lives, just like you. Every morning when I woke up, the first thing I did was check the notifications on my phone. Then I'd have a quick breakfast, and as someone who had made it a priority to please my boss, I'd rush to my car. But like everyone else, I always faced dissatisfaction and more demands. In my personal life, I tried not to upset my close friends or hurt my family, but I always put myself last. Without noticing or caring about anything, I was slowly destroying myself from the inside out. Psychology refers to this as blurred personal boundaries. When boundaries blur, others' feelings take precedence over our own. Can you guess what happened? I slowly lost my sense of self without even realizing it. I discussed this topic in more detail in my previous video, titled How Everything Changes When You Start Being Yourself. You can check it out after watching this video. Scientific research clearly shows us that being constantly available raises our cortisol levels, so our bodies remain on alert as if there were a real danger. Think about it. Just a short message or call causes stress hormones to flood your body. Your attention is scattered, and you experience a minor panic attack. The only thing going through your mind is, who is this? Why are they calling me now? Do you know how your body language reacts? Have you ever had the chance to observe your body from the outside in that moment? Your shoulders slump, your eyes narrow, and your voice suddenly drops in volume. And all of this happens without you even realizing it. What does your inner voice say? That deep, primal voice you can't even trace the origin of. The first time I wanted to say no to someone, my voice trembled, my hands sweated, and my hair stood on end. I felt as though I were in the midst of a huge mistake. Those big eyes looking at me made me feel guilty. You're making a mistake. How could you say no? What will happen now? The fear was involuntarily transmitted to my subconscious. But then, I felt the weight lifting off my chest. In that moment, I understood the power of the word no. It brought me a little closer to myself. I won't be coming to work today. I don't want to talk about this. I might be available at this time. These sentences brought me back to myself. But the best part was silencing that ringing phone. At first, it was difficult. That's true. But each time, that invisible wall you lean on becomes a little stronger. That's when you're free. That's the first step toward freedom. Setting your own boundaries is a kind of internal architecture. And every no is like adding another brick to your wall. When the wall you've built finally reaches an insurmountable height, That's the moment you feel you found yourself and value yourself. People's gaze and respect toward you even change. What do you accept? What do you not want? When do you want to be ready? And when do you just want to turn inward? As you clarify all of this, your life path and desires become clearer. The people around you begin to understand you better. No one crosses your boundaries, or rather, they can't. They can't even attempt to. As you become clearer, life becomes clearer too. So where will you start? I know you're asking me that question inside. When is that moment? I know you're asking yourself when you should say no or I don't want to. Start with silence. At any time during the day, sit back and relax without any distractions. No phone, no talking, just you. Listen to the calm yet determined voice inside you. Perhaps it is saying, you have the right to be alone, to breathe, to spend time with your friends or family as you wish. I was an employee at a private company. My annual average turnover was over $2.5 million. I was an engineer, helping clients with their projects and marketing products that might meet their needs. My turning point happened while I was working at the company. One morning, I woke up to over 30 messages, 20 emails, and endless notifications on my phone. My heart literally tightened. What would happen if I didn't show up for a day and didn't check all these notifications? Would the world end? I asked myself. I stepped back. I put the phone back on the desk. I wanted to sleep, but that restlessness kept me awake. But I promised myself I wouldn't check the phone and would spend the day as I pleased. It was an incredible feeling. It was as if a window that had been closed for years had opened and fresh air had filled the room. I felt lighter. I wouldn't be making a few $100s more from my boss, but I would be gaining my own health. Yes, setting boundaries can seem scary because people are used to you always saying yes. You might think you're letting them down or hurting them, but the people you're nurturing these feelings for should also consider what you might be feeling. They understand. You can show them this, but they can't understand what you're feeling or experiencing. As you change, your surroundings change too. Everyone gets used to it and accepts it. They understand where they need to stop. Remember, every no earns you a yes. To yourself, your soul, your life. In the end, you gain more than just saying no to all those people. Respect. You do what you want, and your self-respect grows. Others' respect for you also grows, because people with boundaries are clear. They are respected. People with criteria and boundaries are always valued. Now think about everything I've written. I'm sure you've experienced similar things in your life. Today, just put your phone on silent for 15 minutes. Make a cup of coffee. Open a window. Just sit and wait. Review everything and think about where you've experienced what I've said. Listen to the voice inside you. What is it saying? Is it afraid? Is it relaxed? Is it silent? If I'm right, then I've succeeded. Please don't forget to tell me I come first. Write this in the comments, because seeing that I haven't succeeded is my greatest passion. Seeing even one person change is my desire. Remember, you are important. Putting yourself first is not selfishness. It is not unfair. On the contrary, it is respecting yourself. It is the only way to protect your own capacity and truly be useful to the people around you. You cannot make anyone happy by neglecting yourself. Every time you compromise yourself to accommodate others, they will win, not you. And no one will ever appreciate it, because eventually it will seem like you have to do it. And when you don't, you will be criticized. But when you stand up for yourself, everyone wins, especially you. I will always be here and do something to change someone, because it makes me happy. You change, I'll be happy. Subscribe and join me. Let me contribute to your change. Let's walk this journey together.